All right, so what happened? I just had some great lighting. I don't know what happened. Okay, okay. What is going on today? All right, so basically, I just wanted to come today, and today is December the 30th. I'm probably not going to make a video tomorrow because I'm going to be enjoying the new year, which I implore you to do, but I wanted to make this video um, just before the year ends to bring in this new 2011. 2010 was great. I made some changes in my life and I went through some changes in my life, which we always do. So I'm just grateful that I am where I am today, that I'm going to have the opportunity to do what I'm going to do in 2011. I feel like it's going to be an excellent year, just like 2010 was, even though throughout 2010, I didn't always think it was a great year, but I came a long way. 2009 was a rough year. 2010 it got a little bit better, and 2011 is gonna be just like off the wall, like great. So, um, on that, I just want to go ahead and just share like the 5 things that I feel like I need to work on the most. Well, actually, I don't feel like I need to work on 2 of these the most because I feel like I've came a long way as far as those two, and I'm not gonna mention those two. I'm gonna let you think about those. But I also want to encourage people. Of course, there's a lot of things that I left out of this list, but I just chose 5 things to talk about because I don't want this video to be too long. But I am gonna get into it. Like I practiced this for the first time on in front of my mirror, and I've been sitting here. Let me see, a good hour and a half. So I kind of had a chance to think about what I want to say, and I just want to get it out. Yeah, and I've already wasted 2 minutes, so let's get into it. First thing that I do want to encourage everyone to do this new year is to go out and live. And what I mean by live is like go travel, like make sure you're going out on the weekends, like enjoying yourself. Like don't sit at home this whole year and wish and wonder if wish you could go out and do something, or wonder like when you'll be able to do something, or like you only live once. Go out, live, get those experiences so you can like it enriches your life. You grow, you learn. Like go out, like go to the movies, go bowling, like excuse me, go visit friends, go see family that you haven't seen in a while. Like just fill up your time with stuff that really matters. Like why sit at home and just do nothing, like walk around in your robe, like when you could get dressed up and go hang out with one of your friends that you hadn't seen since high school, or hang out with a family member that you used to hang out with a lot, but ever since you got married, you just haven't had the time to really hang out, or since you had kids, you feel like you can't do the same things. Like F that, like go out and live your life. So the next thing that I want to talk about is really develop yourself on the inside this year. Like do things that are going to make you a better person. That kind of ties in with living your life, like as far as going to new places and experiencing new things. But what a lot of people, well, people that do those things realize is that that is like once you experience other people, other cultures, other ways of living, stuff like that, it really like lets you put your life into perspective. It lets you be grateful for the things that you don't have. It also inspires you to work for things that you desire, like that you didn't even know you desired unless you would have stepped out of what you were used to. You'll never know. You can't desire anything that, well, I guess you could with an imagination, but it's hard to really like work towards something if you don't know what it is you're working towards. So I develop on the inside. Go go to go to like the bookstore, pick up some new books. Like books are like the ultimate way for me, at least, to pick up new ideas and also just kind of escape everything. Like books are so powerful. Go to like a Barnes and Noble or one of those bookstores, even if you don't have any money. That's what I did when I was broke. Just went in the bookstore or a library. Go to a library and go rent some books and just kick back, read, like educate yourself, um develop your vocabulary, like I don't know, just enrich your life with knowledge. Like that's it never hurts to have knowledge. Go to school, take some courses out of college, learn how to cook, or for me, I you never know when those tools, like learn a trade, something like that, can come into play in your life. I just wanted to give this example. Like I was thinking about this as I was writing down some of my ideas, um, about how I got from when I was in the eighth grade to right here. Like I really developed this skill, not even knowing it. Now, when I was in the eighth grade, Black Planet was like the business. Like everybody was on Black Planet, and it was just like the thing to hook up your page. So, to keep up with the trend, I went ahead and I was like, or Black Planet and Asian Avenue. Now I'm not Asian, but I did have some Asian friends, and I would go to their pages. Like we had some nice pages on Black Planet, but it seemed like Asian Avenue, they had like those like wow eye popping pages. And I had this really good friend in the eighth grade, and she introduced me to like programs like Photoshop, ULead, Photo Brush, and those are really the three programs that I used to really develop, like my graphic design skills. And no, I didn't go to school for it, but I made some pretty impressive pages. Like I was hooking up my page and it was good. My sister wanted me to hook up hers, so I hooked up her page, and then another sister, and then a friend. And, it just, they didn't have to pay me because it was something that I like to do. But from that, um, I've always wanted to work from home, and I made a video about this, kind of talking about it. But one of the business ventures that I did when I wanted to work from home was building websites. And one of the reasons why I wasn't intimidated by it was because I had that experience on Black Planet, on Asian Avenue. Like we were also on like Angel Fire, bringing people from Black Planet over to that page. Like I just had one central page that you can access from all of them. Oh, we even had like Mi Gente. Um, I had a page on Mi Gente, I had one on Black Planet, I had one on Asian Avenue, and I just had all those links back to my Angel Fire page. And that's when I learned how to write code and stuff like that. And then I discovered other ways to build websites, and I really nurtured like how to take that into a business. But that all came from eighth grade. And then a couple years later, after like that business venture was done, and I went into like selling my handbags and my earrings, and I was talking it over with a friend, and my friend was like, oh, but if you want to sell it online, then it's going to be so complicated. You got to get a website together, you got to get this, you got to get that. Do you know that that day that I decided that I was going to go ahead and sell those handbags, I went and I bought those handbags. I decided I was going to sell them online. I had that website up and running in 6 hours. Less than 6 hours, I had that website up and running. The thing that took me the longest was actually taking the pictures of the handbag, but everything else I had, like knowledge wise, there was no huge learning curve because I had it already did that when I was in, like the whole design part of it was something that I had under my belt and I didn't even know. So that goes into developing yourself. You'll never know when you'll need those skills. Like if you take like classes like cooking classes, do you know that, and this is just, that was my example that I wanted to give. You could take a cooking class on how to learn how to cook specialty meals or like healthy meals. There's 100 to 400,000 related obesity related deaths a year in America, and it accounts for $117 billion a year. Imagine, like, just do your contribution. Just think about it as money out of your pocket. If your family's overweight, how much more are you going to spend? You're definitely going to spend more money on food because we know you're going to like to eat. It's not going to be healthy food, so it's going to be more expensive because usually those foods that really fatten you up, they cost a lot more than regular foods. So I don't want to get too much into that. I'm actually going to make a video dealing with obesity, ways to take care of yourself, because I think it's very important. But those are just ideas to think about, ways that you can develop yourself on the inside. And we're already at 10 minutes, so I just want to get right into the next thing that you want to do this year. And I feel like there's not really much more that I could do because, I mean, I don't want plastic surgery or anything like that, but and I feel like I do this on a regular basis anyway, is make sure you look your best every day. Develop yourself on the outside if you're not already developed, and maintain it this whole year. You never know who you're gonna run into. You know, and not that you have to care what other people say, but you should care what you have to say. Like, if you don't look satisfactory to yourself, if you don't look kept to yourself, if you wouldn't date yourself, then it's not acceptable, and you shouldn't be walking out the house like that. So really take that into consideration. Keep those eyebrows groomed, and that's for men and women. I know some men are funny about it. If it's not your thing, then don't do it. I don't really think twice about people, even though the eyebrows are the first thing that I notice on your face and your teeth are the second one. That's actually one of the things I put down as keep yourself up, is if your teeth are not and they don't have to be like perfect, but take pride in your smile. It is one of the best investments that you can put, just because it, it deals with so many people, like so many issues that we have are linked to our appearance, and your teeth is one of the easiest ways to improve your appearance, by whitening them, by straightening them. It builds up your confidence. Like, I hate to say it, but we are superficial. Like, regardless of what anybody has to say, they just love from the inside. There are some people who are like that, but they are superficial to a degree. Everybody is superficial to a degree, and like most of the world is, highly superficial. So it could be the difference between you and a person who has straight teeth getting a job. I know it sounds like kind of tacky, but it's reality. Like, if you don't believe me, do some research. That's one of the main things. But keep those eyebrows groomed, because they are the first thing that people see. And by groomed, I don't mean you have to cut them off or like draw them on. Like, especially for boys, I don't really agree with that. If that's your thing, do you. But it doesn't hurt to get those hairs up here that are causing your your eyebrows to look crazy. Like, it's nice to have, just clean, groomed, symmetrical eyebrows. You don't have to do too much. All I do is just cut the hairs right here. I don't actually cut into my eyebrow. I just cut the ones up here, and then it makes them look like they're nice and clean. It's just one step that you can take to make yourself look good. Make sure you're always wearing nice, clean clothes. I know today I'm like a little wrinkled, but I'm clean. Shirts, tied it out, like whatever you got to do. Um, Make sure your hair is always styled. Your hair is another thing that people notice. I think it's your eyebrows, teeth, hair, and then the rest of your face. Like, as far as when someone first sees you, your first impression, that's what they look at. They look at how you're dressed. They may look at your shoes. Some people look you from shoe up, but I'm telling you, the first thing that I notice when I look at somebody is their eyebrows, teeth, hair. Bam, I see everything else. So make sure you're up to par, based off of your standards, whatever those are. It's already 13 minutes, so I just want to quickly go over the next one, and it's work on your new and existing relationships. If you're currently in a relationship, then, and this is a romantic relationship, if you're currently in a relationship, um, your challenge this year is to really nurture that relationship. Like, maintain what you have, but try to take it a step further this year. Come up with one of the ways that you can, like, take it to the next level is, like, do a search on ways to be more romantic. Google that. 10 ways to be more romantic. Try some of them. See if it works out. See if it doesn't work out. If it doesn't work out, see if you can change something to make it work. Like, put a lot of effort into your relationship this year. Plan those surprises ahead of time. Plan all your surprises for the rest of the year. Go ahead and take, like, a Saturday morning. Wake up at like 8 o'clock. By the time everyone's up and ready for, sit down, brainstorm, write it down, different things you want to do. And then by the time everyone's up for breakfast, you'll have, like, just like a little, what do they call that? A rough draft of what you want to do, and then just go in and decide how you're going to execute all of those plans. Like, just do it like two. You don't have to do it all at once. Write down all your ideas all at once, and then the first one, take about a month to plan it, and then the next month, go ahead and see it through. Like, there's nothing wrong with being more romantic. I'm already at 15 minutes. So I just want to hurry up and do that. Another idea that you can do is go out on frequent dates. Make sure these are random dates. One of the best ideas I saw, as far as surprising someone with being more romantic and taking them on another date, was this video that I saw on Tanya TKO. She said that the play and move, and really it is to take whoever you're dating on multiple dates on one date. So, for example, if you guys are going to eat that day, go somewhere for drinks, pay the tab, leave. Go somewhere for an appetizer, pay the tab, leave. Go somewhere for your main course, pay the tab, leave. Go somewhere else for dessert, pay, leave, and then take them to the movies, take them somewhere else. At the end of that date, you will have that person like this, because they'll just feel like you showed them the world. And why not? Especially if it's somebody that you care about, why not show them the world? Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that on your first date because, you know, between me and you don't want to set the bar too high, because every time they're gonna expect, unless you got that kind of money, then I mean, of course, take your Lear around the world, and go to France and eat breakfast, and then go to Japan, and do whatever's within your means. But I don't want to do this make this video too long. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here.